Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to break down a really powerful leadership idea from Nima the speaker, Kang Hahai. And honestly, it could completely change how you connect with your team and maybe even how you grow in your career.
All right, so let's just start with a question for every single leader listening. You send the all-hands emails, you host the quarterly town halls, you talk about the big, lofty strategic goals. But if you're being really honest with yourself, do you feel a genuine connection? Do you feel that sense of belief from your people? Or does it sometimes feel like you're just kind of shouting into the void?
You know that feeling of broadcasting into nothing? Well, it points to a really common and, let's face it, frustrating problem: the leadership communication gap. It's that huge space between the message you think you're sending and what your team actually hears, and more importantly, what they feel. I mean, think about the classic leadership playbook, right? It relies on those mass emails, the big town hall meetings, the grand announcements about strategy. But here's the downside. When that's the only way you communicate, the message, it just feels generic. It feels disconnected. It's missing that human touch, and that can lead to a real lack of belief in the entire mission.
So the big question is, how do you actually bridge that gap? Well, the solution we're looking at today it's really simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's not about adding more meetings or writing longer emails. Nope. It's about a fundamental shift in how you see your role. Let's get into it.
The whole concept is called Document the Day, and it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's about making a shift from just telling people about the strategy to actually showing them the work, the process, the passion that goes into everything. It's about peeling back the curtain and letting them see what's really going on.
And the process for this? It's so straightforward. This is not about adding more hours to your day. It's just about reframing the work you are already doing. You look at your calendar, see a key meeting on there, an important client call, a big event. You take a quick photo, maybe a short video clip, and then you share it. You tell the story of what you're working on from behind the scenes. Simple as that.
But look, this is about way more than just snapping a photo. The real magic here, the secret sauce, is in the huge impact that this kind of authenticity has on your team, and ultimately, on your ability to lead.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. This isn't about broadcasting your achievements. It's about inviting people into the process. Showing them the behind-the-scenes stuff is how you transform from just being a manager into a leader that people genuinely get and someone they actually want to follow.
Now, what's so powerful here is how all of these things connect. When you show your team the effort, when they see you in the trenches, it builds trust. And that trust, that is the absolute foundation of authentic influence. We're talking about the kind of influence that comes from respect, not just from your job title.
And all of this, it leads us to the ultimate payoff. This isn't just some feel-good communication tactic. No, this is presented as a core career strategy for any leader who is serious about growing.
This is what's positioned as a key differentiator. I mean, think about it. In a world where every single leader is busy, the one who takes a moment to share the journey, to show the work, that demonstrates a whole other level of emotional intelligence and leadership. That ability to inspire is what separates good leaders from great ones, and it's what helps you move up.
So as we wrap this up, let's just leave you with this one thought. Every single day, your actions are creating a story, whether you realize it or not. The real question is, are you letting your team be a part of it? Because that story you choose to share, that could be the very thing that defines your leadership. So, what story will your day tell?